Life without improv is one without flavor. At the end of the day, if we don't know how to deal with a change of situation, change of environment, we're gonna have a really rough time in life because frankly, the most important things, the most exciting things in life often tend to be the things that we don't expect. And a lot of us are looking for that. We might not know it, but novelty makes a massive difference in our lives and the way that we go about understanding other people's situations. So the first rule of improv I learned when I was in high school, when I first went to my first improv class. And there was this really jolly teacher, and there was like 12 students in the class, and we spent a quarter, right, in high school they're called quarters, just learning how to give in to a prompt, something that we don't expect coming, we don't know anything about. We get into little teams and we work out a little skit that we have to do for entertaining our classmates, for some of the people in the class wanted to be actors, for fulfilling that kind of the practice of getting better at something like that. And I loved that class because it was very low stakes. It was a lot more about just your willingness to kind of give in to a situation. And the first rule of improv that I learned there from that teacher, I wish I remembered her name, she made a big impact on me, was always say yes. Always say yes, right? If something comes at you weird or something that's you don't expect, the first thing to say to ourselves should be yes, right? Maybe wrong. But if we approach life with a little bit of more yes before we go and stumble and make a mistake in judging people or judging a circumstance or getting outraged, something that I see a lot in, social media since I've been on it, we kind of have a chance of missing out on something really beautiful. And I remember in the past, like 2 or 3 weeks, I've asked my friends to go and do something that's kind of out of their comfort zone. And a lot of the time they say no, but this time, they were like, why not? And the funny part was that they didn't know what to expect. I frankly didn't know what to expect, bringing new people on board, doing new things. But the act of us saying yes together, to say yes, we're gonna make this circumstance a reality, actually made a really memorable moment for all of us. Something that's novel, unique in life, it should be cherished. And if we don't take the time to think to ourselves that the next time an opportunity comes up, I will say yes, then we're not going to be equipped for that situation. So I'm making this video to kind of share with y'all the importance of having a mentality that says yes more. And for younger people, obviously this is going to be a little bit easier because we haven't experienced all of the flaws of life or all the difficulties in life. Sure. And so we kind of have to say yes a lot and keep on saying yes to the point where, like I said in one of my other videos, we learn how to say no. We learn when to say no. This is over my boundaries. This is making me feel awkward. I clearly don't enjoy doing this thing because I wake up in the morning feeling some sort of way about myself, or this type of person might not be the best for me because I've had people in my life before that have been this way and they haven't treated me the way that I want to be treated. Sure. But improvising, which I do on these videos a lot, is our way of stretching our ability to cope with situations. So every time we take a chance, we take a step forward into an uncomfortable circumstance, something that's strange to us, something that's eluded us for many years, we have the opportunity of expanding our ability to adapt, expanding our ability to understand the world. I think every time we are given a circumstance and we reach up and really reach that moment and capture it as it should be, we expand our soul's capacity for new experiences in life and probably our understanding of what's going to go on in the future. So improvising has been super useful for me. I love talking to people. I love playing music. I've been a drummer for about 8 years now. And the first time I sat on the drum kit, you know, I got to experience playing with people. I got to experience playing in a band, and the personalities come out, you know, the technicality that people are accustomed to comes out. And it put me in a spot in those moments where I got to experience true bliss euphoria. And I think it's been formative. It's been really formative, and that's why I'm making this video, is because I think when more people in society kind of approach things in a yes mentality, in a oh, you know, something's awkward, out of the way, inconvenient, for us to say, sure, let's try it out. Let's see how it goes. Try it out. It makes us, first of all, perceived as probably more loving, more charismatic, because we have confidence in ourselves that despite not being in the situation, we can still put up with it, we can do great things with it. But it also, as I've been harping on, it gives us an opportunity to have new life experiences. And this life can get monotonous sometimes for a lot of people, for people that have been told their entire lives to kind of live a certain way, to think about money a certain way, to think about relationships a certain way. It can be a lot easier for us to assume that the way that we've led life so far has led to where we are now. We're successful, we're happy, content, whatever it is, and not taking a chance to give us a new stimulus, to expand our horizons, right? Can lead for years and years, we can go on being potentially monotonous, right? And it shows. For instance, I say right all the time in these videos. So the way I have this cork, right? I have this cork that I'm trying to work out. Now, for me to say that I am just going to continually talk this way, to continually fail to realize that there's other filler words to use, or I can use space, it's limiting myself in my ability to become the speaker that I want to become. And I think at the end of the day, I don't think a lot of people really know what they want to become. We are oftentimes funneled into a life where we are chasing the carrot, the next thing that's been set in our path by potentially our parents or our friends or the norms in society. And we can oftentimes, and I've done this many, many times, fail to realize the importance of changing it up, to switch it up, to say, hey, you know what? I've been doing the same thing for 3 days, 4 days. Maybe today I'll go and try to expand my horizons, go and try to find new people that might not be thinking the same things that I'm thinking, that might make my conversations awkward, that might have some different ideologies, right? Right? So I think it's very important in life to have a sense of play when it comes to everything that we do. This life can get really difficult, and it can get to the point where we don't want to smile that much. We don't feel like we have the energy. Our cups are not as full as they should be. And I think that comes from a lack of novel stimulus. I've been a big proponent for many, many years of novel stimulus to break up the monotony. And I think it's gotten me to a point where I can think about a variety of different topics, have at least a baseline understanding of things, so that I can communicate with my patients, I can communicate with new people. If I need some sort of reprieve in the day, you know, I can communicate with strangers in a way that hopefully they enjoy. I think I try to extract good vibes out of people as much as possible, and that comes from, I believe, my ability to put out good vibes to begin with. And what is a better vibe than if someone is standing there not doing so much, and they want to and we want to interact with them, for them to look at us and smile and say, come on down, let's have an interaction. I was listening to a Steely Dan song about basically this propensity in society to avoid strangers, to avoid situations that might be different to us because we are stuck in our ways. I make this video to tell you no point. Don't do it. Stuck in your ways is good when you know where you want to head. But oftentimes, we don't even know ourselves well enough to know exactly the location that we want to be. So that novel opportunity, that ability to say yes and make the most out of it, gives us more data to make a more accurate assessment of where we want to be. So that's what I want to make a video about today. Smash that like button if you stayed for this long. Throw me a comment. I will be making these videos for a long shot, for a long time. And I have the opportunity coming up recently to go and speak in a little contest. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. But in the meantime, check out this video that I made about communicating the importance of kindness in our society, something that I think all of us can benefit from. And remember, my friend, actualize your potential. We need you. Take care.